How far away do you have to go to avoid conversations about Donald Trump on Thanksgiving? The answer to that is next in tonight's Rewrite. Time for tonight's Rewrite. So how was your Thanksgiving? Hope you avoided dinner table arguments about Donald Trump. I did. I wasn't with anyone who has heard of Donald Trump. I was with her in Africa, in Malawi. And I was with Cecilia and Alice. They didn't know it was Thanksgiving Day in the USA. Most people in the world have never heard of Thanksgiving Day, but Cecilia and Alice were very thankful to have that mango to share. More thankful than Americans are for their turkey, because America is the country that has too much food and Malawi is the country that doesn't have enough. There is a food shortage in Malawi now, not quite a famine, but every mango counts. Thanksgiving is supposed to be our national day of thanks, but for most of us, it's the day we test just how much we can eat in one sitting. That's what it always has been for me when I'm at home. For those of you who really did give thanks for the good things you have in your life, including the good people, I have a feeling that most of you didn't give thanks for all of the good things you have in your life, because in America, we get to take so much for granted. For example, electricity. How many of you gave thanks for electricity on Thanksgiving Day? You would have if there'd been a blackout and then the lights came back on. You'd be thankful for about a second or two for electricity, and then you'd get used to it again, as we always do. These guys don't have electricity in their homes or in their school. I visited their school on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and like all of the schools I've visited in Malawi over the years, it has no electricity, and most of those schools don't have desks. They don't have desks, and the kids sit on the floor just like that all day. It's more uncomfortable than you'd imagine, and it is very tiring, and that's why I created the Kind Fund, Kids in Need of Desks, which MSNBC has been supporting since this program began 6 years ago. In a unique partnership with MSNBC and UNICEF, UNICEF provides all of the on-the-ground support that we need in Malawi to have the desks made there in 3 factories in Malawi. The Kind Fund has now raised more than $10 million, all thanks to you, the MSNBC audience. The only way we raise money for the Kind Fund is by telling you about it on this program. $8.7 million has been used to lift hundreds of thousands of children off the floor in Malawi schools, and $1.9 million has been used for scholarships for girls to attend high school in Malawi. As in many African countries, public school is free only in primary school, but all secondary schools charge tuition, and tuition that is shockingly low for our standards, but much too high for most Malawi families to pay. And when a family does scrape up the money for high school tuition, they'll usually use it for one of the boys in the family instead of one of the girls, which is why we've devoted our scholarship program to girls in Malawi. The girls' high school graduation rate is 50% lower than the boys' graduation rate in Malawi. Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday, and MSNBC is returning as Giving Tuesday's signature media partner for the 3rd year in a row. And I urge you all to give tomorrow whatever you can to the Kind Fund or any deserving cause of your choice. You can contribute to the Kind Fund at lastworddesks.msnbc.com. But for many of you, Thanksgiving Day was Giving Thursday in Malawi. You rewrote Thanksgiving Day with the emphasis on the giving. Because in Malawi, on Thursday, using your contributions, we changed the lives of 12 girls by giving them scholarships to attend high school. Each of the girls had been in high school, but had been forced to leave when they couldn't make their next tuition payment, which was less than $10. Their parents couldn't come up with that to keep them in school. It wouldn't have gotten them through the whole year, but it would have gotten them through the next semester. On Thanksgiving Day, I told the girls and their parents that they wouldn't have to worry about tuition anymore. The head teacher of the school re-enrolled them that afternoon, and the next day, Friday, at 8:20 a.m., all of the girls were back in school, all thanks to you. Sanford Pakepi is a farmer. He's managed to pay the school fees for 3 of his oldest children, but his 14-year-old daughter, my wow, which means my luck, was one of the girls sent home from school for not paying school fees. There's a drought in Malawi that's hurt a lot of farmers like Sanford, but it hurt him more to see his daughter staying home from school. When I explained to him how we raise the money to pay for his daughter's school fees, this is what he said.
Thank you very much for this program. I can say that thank you very much for this program to American to do this program. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless America.
God bless America. He didn't thank me. He didn't thank UNICEF or MSNBC. He thanked America. And he's right. His daughter is back in school today thanks to an American spirit of giving. America is still a country filled with people who want to help others in any way they can, whenever they can, wherever they can. And on Thanksgiving Day, in a village in Malawi, Americans delivered that help in a way that will never be forgotten. MSNBC's live coverage continues into the 11th hour now.